Hello, American Rust fans. Welcome to the... What version is this?
Welcome to hell.
This is episode 2.
This is episode 2. Dos, dos, cuatro, cinco. No, just dos.
We gotta get this on time, guys. On 1, 2, 3.
RustKast! RustKast!
God damn it.
Oh, man. Cast.
Fuck!
Okay, we're not doing that again. But the thought was there.
I don't know. Brian seemed pretty in space on that one.
Right. Welcome to RustKast Part 2. Today we'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about our influences and a bunch of local bands, things, because you always got to remember this. Every band was a local band at one time until they got fans to give them a chance. And that's pretty much all we ask of y'all. Just give us a listen, let us know what you think. So I'd like to start this out by saying we're really going to try to get something going on this spring here in the fabulous Tiffin, Ohio. Show, have some of our local bands play along with us. See if we can get going on together in the springtime. First of all, I just want to give a shout out to some of the local bands here and some friends up north also that we think are doing a great job, and just we'd love to hear you. You know, whether you're doing original music, whether you're doing covers, just at least you're out there and you're trying to rock it out, you know, trying to do something with the talent that you have. So let me say big shout out to William Swavar from the Cruel Flamingos up in Michigan. It's a privilege to talk to him just a few days ago. Wish the circumstances would have been a little better on my part. I was a little bit out of sorts.
He drunk called him.
Yeah.
He drunk called him.
Yeah,
he did me too.
Yeah, I drunk called him.
None of you guys stopped him.
Hey, I wasn't here and I didn't get a call, so I had no idea.
Right, he wasn't here.
You didn't get your spidey sense going off? Then I better stop Mitch.
He was tingling in other places.
Ice Cube's really helped with that.
Right on.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. But anyway, I just want to give a shout out to our friends up north. Some other local musicians that we know that we really like to listen to. Freddie Neal, gotta say hey to Freddie Neal. Great
Absolutely.
dude. Writes his own stuff. He's like a one-man band. He does some DJing, karaoke from time to time, kind of things in Findlay, Ohio. We got our friends from Fostoria, the Electric Circus from Fostoria and Findlay area. We've got some other bands that we know of from that area. Gotta say,
Small town rivals.
Small town rivals.
Not
right?
small time. Small town.
Small town rivals.
Sounds like you don't really even know them and you're just trying to insult them.
No, I'm just why would I do that? But no, we want to give a shout out to Dave Harms out of Toledo. I mean, I grew up with Dave Harms. He grew up here in town. He's doing some great things with some local music. And there's just a lot of good local bands around here, and wherever you're watching from, whether it be around here or anywhere else, give them a listen. Give them a chance. You never know what you might hear. You never know what you might like. You never know what might influence you. So, yeah.
do. I can sink my teeth in if I'm hungry, and you know I will. But you just feed me from your hand, from your hand.
Local bands, where it's at. Every great band was one at one time.
True that.
All right, well, I'll turn this over to one of you guys about some influences. How's that
On
sound?
the agenda.
You know, I remember being asked this question, like, who's your biggest influences or like your favorite guitar player, and I'm just sitting there like, I don't know. It's, like, it's really like, that's a really hard question for me because it's not something I really think about. I just listen to stuff and then it makes its way to me, works its way through the system and comes out as whatever sort of pile of crap that I turn it into.
It's like food, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a turd sculptor.
So
Jim, Mike?
Influences.
well, I mean, we influence you, but not in a good way.
Right. Yeah.
It's okay though.
Man, it's. I guess going back to like the roots and everything, just
That's a band, isn't it?
it probably is.
I think there's a band called The Roots.
I'm not talking about the band The Roots. I'm talking about the roots of life and where you're from and how you grew up and everything. I don't know. I know I grew up a lot, listened to like Avenged Sevenfold, stuff like that. Godsmack, big fan of those guys. Yeah, here lately it's been more like a psychedelic type thing. Of course, The Doors. Been listening to that Stone Jesus quite a bit. That's pretty good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I don't know what to say on it.
Michael, what you got to say about some influence, man?
Well, a lot of my influence, you know, as I said before, you know, always come from family. But in a musical sense, I suppose, that 90s grunge really bit me. It really grabbed a hold of me.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys already know I love some Pearl Jam. I love some Eddie Vedder.
Yeah.
Soundgarden, obviously. You know, we can reach over into Temple of the Dogs for some of the side things that were going on. Growing up, listening to a lot of country music, you know, thanks to Mom. That kind of actually did help me a lot. That's pretty much the brunt of my main influence in music. You guys, straight up, like, not even talking shit, like, you guys have really helped me to come back into the scene in a way that I've wanted to for a really long time. I can't appreciate it enough. That's the truth right there.
We always got your back. You know, that's right.
Right here, us family.
But, yeah, and, you know, I'm influenced by a lot of things. It's just a daily thing with me. I hear something new and I get influenced by it. A lot of local bands influence me.
Didn't I say Monkey See, Monkey Do a little bit ago?
He did. Yeah, you need to stop saying things. Like anything. No.
Just quit talking.
No, but I don't know. I listen to a lot of things. Brian kind of put a little kibosh on anything I was going to say, but no, I really have been listening to Martini's shit a lot lately.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan Martini's just my dude, man. I mean, Soften the Glare. If you're into jazz, you're into non-lyrical, just instrumental. It's just wow. I got to shout out to Tim and Liz too while we're on here. Just, you know, I checked your guys' stuff out and the originals you guys are doing. Yeah, you guys are sounding real good. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I've been listening to and doing lately.
home. Racing alone in empty rooms. This massive hole in my heart has become my home. Tomorrow always comes too soon. What does it take to chase the sun? 3 miles out when there's no one. Children we left to dry your tears, sharing the hope to drown your fears.
Well, what are you listening to right now, Jim?
Right now, I'm not listening to anything right now.
You're listening to me talk to you.
Yeah, not really.
I mean, in one ear and out the other. Whatever. This is Brian.
No, it's been kind of just sticking with what I really know. I've been listening to a lot of Stones here lately. Doors, like usual. Just, 60s, 70s classics. What are you giggling about?
Your favorite band, The Who.
Yes, my favorite band, The Who. Just 60s and 70s stuff, really. Yeah.
I've been trying to listen to something a little bit more modern lately, trying to open my ears to more of an alternative sound. And I've been finding some pretty cool stuff. That's where my ear has been of late.
You just don't know what any of it's called.
Whatever. When I throw on, that mixed up playlist of stuff that I haven't heard, it's kind of hard to catch the names of the artists.
Especially
You need
when
to
you're
sit there
with
and
the
stare at the screen until you're blind.
No, thank you. I've got better things to do with my time.
Well, I've been mostly listening to audiobooks.
There you go.
Listening to Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson right now. I'm on book 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you retain it better if you listen to it or if you read it?
He can't read.
I don't retain it.
Once again, in one ear, out the other.
Right.
Remember, through the system, pile of
Pile of
crap.
crap.
He can't read, that's why I have to listen.
I knew I should have
That
said
night, I've been digging on a band called, they have a name.
That's a good band. I've heard them.
Yeah, they have a name. Yeah.
Rival Sons.
Oh, yeah. I still got to check that album out. The
Great Western Valkyrie. Amazing album. It's, any Bad Company fans out there, you will dig these guys. I would almost go so far as to say this is the band Bad Company. I think they're that good.
Oh,
They
that's
definitely had
shit there.
Yeah,
They
but
got-
come on now. They could have been. Oh, come on. I was just watching on TV the other day that concert of a recent concert of Bad Company got back together. Oh my God, most underestimated vocalist in history. Paul Rodgers is like a god when it comes to vocals. Wow. And to hear him now, he sounds just as good, if not better, than he did back in the day.
That's a lot of years of practice right there.
Didn't he sing for Queen for a while, too?
He sang for Queen for a while, yeah. Now
Adam Lambert.
Adam Lambert's doing it.
So I always thought,
Like Adam Lambert was meant to take Freddie Mercury's place.
yeah, that's
He's my
what
husband,
I
he
thought.
just
It's like
doesn't
he
know
seemed
it.
like a much more appropriate choice to replace Freddie Mercury. Paul Rodgers is an interesting choice. But that doesn't necessarily seem like a right choice, even though Paul Rodgers is an amazing singer.
Yeah.
He doesn't have. I've never really heard him do like the Freddie Mercury style thing.
I heard it once, and it's not that he was doing the Freddie Mercury thing. He was doing the Paul Rodgers thing.
Yeah.
And it sounded amazing, but it was just different.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant.
It was totally different. You couldn't have. I really, if it wasn't for hearing Brian May, I couldn't have distinguished Queen. I wouldn't have even called it Queen, to be honest with you, when Rogers sang it, because he just added probably more of Paul Rogers than Queen. It was great, but it was just a whole different critter than Queen. Adam Lambert, good choice. Good choice. But Paul Rogers, one of my favorites.
So we have next here on the agenda, underrated bands, or as I like to say, bands that get lost in the conversation.
A whole bunch of those.
A whole bunch of them. One of the first ones I want to bring up is 10 Years After.
Yeah.
I have a feeling there's a lot of people that might watch this and be like, what the hell's 10 Years After? Some people might say, what, that Zeppelin song? Nope, there was a whole band way before that Zeppelin song called 10 Years After. Alvin Lee on guitar. I have no idea who any of the other band members were.
Right.
It's just one of the things I don't really look into. Who's in this band? I used to all the time. Want to know all the members and all about them, and now I really just listen to the music.
Yeah.
Right.
Nazareth. Underestimated band. Nazareth. When it comes to the envelopment and the creation of metal as we know it, they don't get the credit they deserve. They just don't.
Yeah, if you ever listen to some early Nazareth, like before Hair of the Dog,
Razzmatazz.
they sound a lot like Judas Priest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And this was before Priest was ever.
Priest existed at the time.
They existed, but they were, just coming up, and they were taking their influence off of Nazareth. They even said it themselves. They were taking their influence off of Nazareth and off of Deep Purple. Mm-hmm. So, Nazareth is just so underestimated that, it's unbelievable. A lot of newer, you think of heavy metal, and Nazareth's name's not automatically put there. The three greats, the three first, of course, Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, and Nazareth. Those three.
So that leads me to want to bring up another underrated band, Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah, BOC for sure.
Yeah, but BOC.
The early BLC.
Yeah.
Early Blue Oyster Cult was definitely, it's that vintage metal sound.
It's the vintage metal sound of
Later, yeah, they did get away from it. But
Even earlier, though, you could tell where they were going towards more of a progressive kind of thing, which, ended up, you're absolutely right, though, it did evolve into more of a progressive metal that you hear these days. And I don't think it would have made it without them. I agree, 100%. Blue Oyster Cult.
conversation?
That's a Hanson, some bop going on. Yeah. No, nothing's really
Now we're
coming to
getting
mind
sued.
right now.
Now we're getting sued.
Who did the album Frog Stomp?
Oh, Silverchair.
Yeah.
Silverchair.
Silverchair.
I thought for as young as they were when they made it too early, and I believe that they could have carried themselves further had they matured a little bit before they actually broke out into the scene.
Yeah, I think that had to do a lot with their record company.
Oh,
and
I'm
stuff,
sure.
Too.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, Australian bands. I
Right.
mean, they don't get. There's a lot of stuff that you see on YouTube from Australian bands like that. That dude Rob listens to all the time. That
Oh,
one
yeah.
band he listens to
Oh,
all
I
the time.
couldn't tell you his name.
Mitch something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, just an Australian. I mean, they don't get.
I think it's even. I think just the one guy.
It's just
he's
the one
one
guy.
guy.
But they, it just they don't get. He don't get. Australia doesn't get. They probably got a lot of music down there we've never heard before. That's probably
Whoopie Cat.
What's
new
Whoopie
Whoopie
Cat? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I'd like to add a band to this.
Go ahead.
Blue October.
Blue October.
Amazing 90s alternative band, and they just kind of, like, they released one song, Hate Me, and everything else just kind of got pushed to the side, and it was a one-hit wonder for, like, a few months, and then they just fizzled out.
Yeah, kind of like Silverchair.
Yeah.
They did the one hit tomorrow, and that was it. Here anyway. I mean, Australia, they might.
Silverchair did have some other stuff that kind of got a little bit of movement. But
Yeah, but not as much. Not even close to as much.
yeah.
Dexy's Midnight Run.
Dexy's
come
Midnight.
on.
Yeah, now we're talking about straight up one-hit wonders now.
Straight
man.
up one-hit wonder. Every time I hear the term one-hit wonder, that's the first band that comes to
Come
mind.
on, Eileen.
Yo.
Oh, I swear. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know all the words.
In this moment, you mean everything to me.
Cactus.
Oh, yeah.
Cactus, yeah. Another good band.
Excellent band. For you're into sort of blues, rock, 70s sound stuff, like they did some really cool stuff back in the 70s. Just really jamming stuff. Think like that Black Betty sound.
Oh, yeah.
They had that kind of sound.
Yeah. The band that did Black Betty.
Ram Jam.
Ram
Yep.
Jam.
Ram
Well,
Jam.
that was actually a remake. That was
Oh, I assumed you.
well, the original Black Betty.
It's there, and I'm like,
That's not yours, Brian. I think the original Black Betty was done by Hootie Ledbetter.
Hootie.
I'm pretty sure he wrote Black Betty, as well as the Midnight Special, also redone by Clarence Clearwater Revival.
And Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah,
Can't forget those
oh,
guys.
right.
I don't understand why he always wants me to hold his ham.
Hold my hand, oh, won't you hold my hand? I don't think that's the lyric, dude.
That's what makes sense to me.
It can be.
If he thinks I'm going to hold his hand, he's wrong. He's got to.
The things that make sense to Brian. That's a whole nother podcast.
Oh, yeah.
That's a scary one.
that's an
That's the
incredibly.
Brandcast.
Gonna make up the whole next 6 episodes, dude.
Oh,
Be
Jesus.
a whole season.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have to
Be a whole separate podcast.
Yeah.
It'll go on for years.
No, then we're just after that one's done, we're gonna have to hide you out so somebody doesn't commit your ass. You can't take him away. What are you putting him in a rubber room for?
You are correct. It is Lead Belly.
Aha! I knew it. There's the most underestimated songwriter ever.
Lead Belly?
Yep. The Midnight Special and the Pines that Nirvana redone. I mean, there's so many songs. If you look it up, there's so many songs that have been remade that he wrote.
Yeah.
Back in the 1920s and stuff. It's incredible. It's incredible. He was one hell of a songwriter. One hell of a bluesman. One hell of a performer. Saw some old reels of him on TV
shame how he died.
How did he die? I don't even remember.
Lead poisoning.
I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you.
This is the
third
ridiculous.
bad joke today.
Yeah,
You're not supposed to eat that.
that's a normal day.
Man.
But so yeah, and we'd like to hear from everybody out there. We'd like everybody to, listen to what we're doing. Just give us a listen. All of our influences, everything that influences us, goes into our music, goes into our original music, as it should be. We're not trying to be rock stars. We just want to be heard, and we want to make you guys feel something. It would be great, to get paid and make a living doing what we love to do.
It's kind of like right now, we're doing this, and I got my job, and I got like 1 foot in each, kind of pulling your time each way, and it would be great to be able to actually fully dedicate myself to the music that we're doing.
Absolutely.
Get more songs written.
Yeah.
Better songs written.
Right. More songs recorded.
Better recording processes.
So we're all of us are kind of burning the candle at both ends, which anybody that's in a local band pretty much knows how we're, if you're as dedicated to it as we are, you pretty much know what we're feeling. Yeah. But I wouldn't change it for the world.
No.
Unless the change consisted of me being able to quit my job and do this full time. But
even if you did, we would put you to work.
I'm sure you would.
And once you guys let us know some local bands that we didn't mention, or things that we can check out, and
absolutely.
Some bands that you think that people just kind of forgot about that are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Get some interaction from y'all, man.
Heck yeah, let's turn this into a conversation.
Yeah, we want to hear from you guys. We want you guys. We're fans of you just as much as we hope you are us.
Right.
Plain and simple. Except Brian, he doesn't like nobody, not even himself.
Which is fine.
Which is all right.
The songs just write themselves that way.
It's amazing.
Self-loathing is the best
motivator.
Right. All right. Well, thanks for listening to
RustKast. God damn it, Bob. Can't tell me what to do. I'm a grown woman.
I mean,
Look, man.
You can do whatever you want. Regardless of if you're here or not, we still need music for the little in-between segment.
Well,
and if you guys fuck up, it'll make it into the blooper reel.
Bloops feel like a moth to a flame.
That's funny because you look like a moth that's going to burn up in a flame.
Not a flame, more one of those zappy things.
Yeah. Hey, nephew. Hey. You know I can't play without a guitar string. Here. Yeah, kitty. I want to go and eat it right, trombone. I want to go and eat it right, trombone. I want to go and eat it right, and you let me like a trombone. Kitty. I want a Warwick Corvette.
Corvette.
That's the name of this. Warwick. 4-string.
Can you drive it?
Corvette.
It's not a Corvette.
Yeah, you can try to drive it.
A little RC wheels
I don't know.
on there and
I
shit.
tried to drive pretty good.
I was thinking about this.
Where's the video? Oh, it's gone.
So I don't break my toes.
You got 10 of them.
Some thinks it's boogers, but it's not.
Ha! It's not. Ha ha ha.
Hey man, I'm not the only. Brian's not the only dude done bad jokes.